Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. Last year, I released a video about the best cashback credit cards that you can use to make money while you spend. In the video, I gave a ballpark figure of $7,500 that someone could potentially earn based on annual spend. And of course, that was the annual spend that I was doing at the time. But it was for things that I was already going to spend money on, like, gas, groceries, things of that nature, and how it really doesn't make sense to use a debit card once you're in a position to do so. I also mentioned in that video how you can take all of this cashback money, you can put it into something like a Roth IRA, and then you can use that money tax-free once you come of age. Now, for most of us, it's pretty straightforward. We spend money on food, housing, gas, groceries, and everything else in between. But I don't think that most people ever stop to ask the question, what if they could turn all those necessary expenses into rewards, points, free travel, or simply just free money? So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do just that. I'm going to walk you through the only 5 credit cards that you actually need in 2025 to maximize every dollar that you spend. So whether you're paying rent, you're buying groceries, you're traveling across the world, or you're just swiping your cards at gas stations, this strategy will help you squeeze the most value out of every purchase that you make. And towards the end of the video, I'll show you how these cards stack up together for the ultimate setup, so stick around until I finish. So without further ado, let's get started with where most of your money probably goes: rent and housing. Now, as most of you probably guessed already, card number 1 is going to be the Bilt MasterCard. Now, rent is often the single largest monthly expense that people have, and if you're like me, living in a major city like Las Vegas, paying $3,000 to even $4,000 in monthly rent isn't unusual. The real problem is that most credit cards charge 2 to 3% fees when you try to pay your rent with them. That adds up really quickly. On a $2,000 rent payment, that's $60 gone every single month just for using your credit card. But with the Bilt MasterCard, that all changes. This is the only credit card that allows you to pay rent without paying fees, and you earn points while doing it. And that's up to 100,000 points annually with absolutely zero transaction fees. And those points can be incredibly valuable. Bilt will let you transfer them to major travel partners like Air France, British Airways, and United Airlines. You can also redeem them with top hotel brands, including Hyatt, which is my personal favorite. That's a huge perk, especially when you consider that most no annual fee cards don't offer travel transfer capabilities at all. But Bilt isn't just about rent. You'll also earn 3 points per dollar on dining, 2 points on travel, and 1 point on everything else. Plus, every first of the month, what Bilt calls Rent Day, you'll get double the points on all non-rent purchases, up to 1,000 bonus points. And the perks go even further. The Bilt MasterCard includes 0 foreign transaction fees, trip cancellation reimbursement, rental car insurance, Lyft credits, and even cell phone protection. And perhaps best of all, no annual fee. If you're a renter, this card is an absolute no-brainer. But even if you don't care about the points or travel, it does offer another major benefit, including credit building. Rent payments usually don't show up on your credit report, but Bilt allows you to report your rent to all 3 major credit bureaus, and that means you're turning a massive monthly bill into a credit building opportunity. So perfect, that's your rent covered. Now let's talk about another major expense, which will be food. So for card number 2, I'm going to give you a few different options here because we all eat, right? Whether you're dining out with friends, you're ordering takeout, or you're filling up your fridge at Costco, food is a consistent part of your budget. And luckily, it's also one of the easiest categories to earn big rewards from if you have the right card. Now, because everyone's habits are completely different, I'm going to give you 3 great options here, ranging from no annual fee to premium level perks, and you can pick the one that fits you best. So first up, let's start with the Capital One Saver One card. This hands down is one of the best no annual fee cards for food related expenses. You'll earn 3% cash back on groceries, dining, popular streaming services, and entertainment purchases. The only thing to watch out for is that superstores like Walmart or Target are not included in the grocery category, so that could be a major drawback. You'll also earn 1% on all purchases, Plus, Capital One frequently runs a welcome bonus that's currently around $250 when you spend $500 within 3 months. That is a solid return, especially for a card that costs nothing for you to hold. And there are some other perks too, like 0% APR for 15 months, extended warranty protections, and even discounted drinks at Capital One cafes. Now, if you pair this card with something like the Capital One Venture X, it's a great, powerful 2-card combo for both everyday cashback and for travel. Now, if you're a serious grocery shopper and maybe you're feeding a big family or you just like to stock your fridge like all the time, the American Express Blue Cash Preferred might be the best card for you. It does have a $95 annual fee, but that's waived for the first year. In return, you earn a staggering 6% back on US supermarkets up to $6,000 per year, plus another 6% on select streaming services, 3% on transit and gas stations, and 1% on everything else. So if we do some quick math, you spend $6,000 at grocery stores, you're getting $360 back. That alone will cover the annual fee 3 times over. There's also a $250 welcome bonus for spending $3,000 in the first 6 months. And here's a little trick. After the first year, if you decide the annual fee is not worth it anymore, you can downgrade to the Amex Blue Cash Everyday card. You'll keep earning on groceries, just at a slightly reduced rate, but with no fee, and sometimes Amex offers upgrade bonuses to return to the preferred version. Finally, for the ultimate food and travel enthusiast, there's the American Express Gold. And yes, it does come with a $325 annual fee, which can look intimidating, but this card gives you back way more than it takes if you use it correctly. You can earn 4x points at restaurants worldwide and US supermarkets, 3x on flights booked directly through airlines or Amex Travel, and 1x on everything else. The welcome offer is usually around 60,000 membership reward points after spending $6,000 in 6 months, and depending on how you redeem those points, especially for travel, that could easily be worth $1,200. But the really amazing perk about this card, you'll get $120 in Uber Cash, $84 in Dunkin' credit, $100 in Resi credits, and 120 dining credits usable at places like Grubhub, Five Guys, and Cheesecake Factory. And if you maximize those, you're getting $424 in value, which is far more than the fee. But it only works if you're actually going to spend money in those places. If you are not, then yeah, it doesn't make sense. So the bottom line is, if you love food and you love travel, this card would be great. If not, then you also have the Blue Cash Preferred or the Saver one, which will still cover you very nicely. Now, not every purchase falls neatly into categories like food or rent. There are some random Amazon splurges or emergency expenses or just everyday swipes. And that's where your everything else card comes in, or I call it like an all-around card. They have a flat rate that just ensures that you're never settling for 1% back. The custom cash is incredibly flexible. It earns 5% cash back in your top spending categories each billing cycle up to $500, which does include restaurants, gas stations, streaming, transit, and a whole lot more. And you don't need to pre-select anything. The card automatically adjusts based on what you spend that month. For everything else, it'll earn 1%. Right now, I believe there's a $200 bonus after spending $1,500 in the first 6 months, and the card comes in with a 15-month 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers. Plus, there's no annual fee. Of course, that's at the time of recording this video, and that is subject to change. If you want something even simpler, the Citi Double Cash gives you 2% back. You get 1% back on everything and 1% back when you pay your card. There's no rotating categories, no caps, no thinking required. This is the best card to use if you want to pay for something and you're unsure exactly which card is best. And here's a pro tip. Although these Citi cards are marketed as cashback, they actually earn thank you points. If you later pick up a Citi Premier card, you can transfer those points to airline partners and use them for travel at a much higher value. And if you don't really like Citi, another great alternative includes the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which gives you 1.5% cash back on everything, and the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards card, especially if you're a Preferred Rewards member. Now, for card number 4, we'll be looking at a travel card. Even if you only take 1 or 2 trips a year, having a travel card can pay off big. With flexible points, transfer partners, and extra perks, a solid travel card is the glue that ties your entire reward system together. And 2 options really stand out here, the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Capital One Venture card. Both have a $95 annual fee and a strong welcome offer, but each has a slightly different focus. Let's start with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. You'll earn 60,000 bonus points after spending $4,000 in 3 months. That's worth $600 in cash back or $750 if redeemed through Chase's travel portal. Thanks to a 25% boost, those points can also be transferred to top-tier partners like Hyatt, United, and Southwest Airlines for even more value. Ongoing rewards include 5x on travel booked through Chase, 3x on dining and select streaming services, 2x on general travel, and 1x on everything else. The card also comes with benefits like trip cancellation insurance, baggage delay coverage, primary rental car insurance, and a $50 hotel credit through the Chase portal. The Capital One Venture card is a lot simpler. You earn 2x miles on all purchases, plus 5x on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. The welcome bonus is 75,000 miles after spending $4,000 in 3 months, worth around $750 in value. Other perks include up to $100 credits for global entry or TSA PreCheck and 2 lounge visits per year. So if you like flexibility and a hands-off approach, I would go with the Venture. If you want to squeeze every last cent that you can out of points and you love travel hacking, the Sapphire Preferred is probably a better fit for you. Now, card number 5 is going to be your wild card, and for me, I'm going to pick the Gemini credit card. This is the final spot in your credit card setup, and this is really all about customization. You can pretty much pick whatever is best for your personal goals, whether that be like luxury travel or store-specific savings, or for me, in this case, maybe crypto investing. If you're interested in earning rewards with real upside potential, the Gemini credit card offers a fresh and exciting way to turn everyday spending into a digital asset. I have an entire video that goes over this, but I'll give you a brief overview. While most cards hand out points or cash back at the end of your billing cycle, the Gemini credit card lets you earn crypto rewards instantly as you make purchases. So think of it like this: you're rewarded in real time. The moment you swipe, your crypto will hit your account, meaning you can immediately benefit from any price appreciation of your chosen cryptocurrency. I think it's a rare feature that combines instant gratification with long-term investment potential. The card's bonus structure is also highly practical for everyday life. You'll earn 4% back on gas, EV charging, in transit, including taxis and ride shares, up to $300 per month. You'll get 3% back on dining in restaurants, takeout, and delivery. You'll also get 2% back on groceries and 1% back on all other purchases. This broad set of categories means the card is always pulling its weight at the pump, at the grocery store, when you're grabbing dinner, and even better, you can choose from over 50 different cryptocurrencies for your rewards. So whether you're stacking Bitcoin, Ethereum, or exploring altcoins, the Gemini app makes it easy to switch your preferred crypto at any time between transactions. There's also a solid welcome bonus offer. You get $200 in crypto after spending $3,000 in the first 90 days, and that's of course at the time of recording this video. It's a subtle head start for anyone looking to dip into the crypto space without actually using cash out of pocket. And it's a pretty cool looking card. It's made of sleek metal. The Gemini credit card comes in silver, black, and rose gold, and it has no visible number on the front for added security, and you can access your full card details within the app if you need it. To top it all off, the card can be used immediately upon approval by adding it to your mobile wallet, which is another convenience that you won't find with most traditional cards. So if you want to diversify your rewards beyond travel points and cash back with strong category bonuses, real-time crypto rewards, a nice design, I think this will be an excellent choice for the modern spender who's curious about crypto and wants their money working for them in more ways than just one. All right, putting this all together, let's do a quick recap. You now have 5 cards potentially that you can get for maximum value. That's going to be for rent and housing, the Built MasterCard. It'll let you earn points on your biggest expense with no fees and build your credit at the same time. For food and groceries, you could pick the Saver One, the Amex Blue Cash Preferred, or the Amex Gold depending on your budget and dining habits. For uncategorized everyday spending, you have the Citi Double Cash or the Custom Cash, which will ensure you're never leaving points on the table. For travel, you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred or the Capital One Venture X, which gives you everything from transfer partners to travel insurance. And for your wild card, you can choose anything that fits your personal lifestyle and that adds an extra layer of value to your setup. And like I said, for me, I think the Gemini card is a great addition to your wallet, and it's a great way to invest while you're actually just making purchases. So at the end of the day, most people don't need 20 credit cards. A carefully selected handful, ideally maybe 3 to 5, can do all the heavy lifting for you, maximizing your rewards and protecting your purchases, as well as unlocking free travel. But here's the catch. None of this works if you cannot get approved for any of these credit cards. I highly recommend having a credit score of at least 680 and also having no derogatory marks on your credit report. I have an entire playlist below that helps you with credit repair. We also have a Discord group called My Success University. I highly recommend that you join. It's not just for credit repair, but it's a group for like-minded individuals that are looking to grow and expand what they know about financial literacy, as well as credit card data points that you can talk about, or even credit repair, business credit, or things like this, maybe even doing your credit card setup. All right, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you got any value from this, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment with your credit card setup. I would definitely like to know which cards you are using right now, and then tell me the reason why you're using them, because that may be something that I might look at to change my credit card setup in the future, especially if there was something that I may have missed or a different opportunity for you to make some money. Also, if you want a detailed breakdown of how I use business credit cards to do this exact same thing, I highly recommend going back to that cashback video. It is currently a little outdated. However, I did have a chart in there that the bonuses and rewards will actually still be the same, so you can look at that. Probably in a little while, I will update that with some new cards that I recommend that you use. And again, you can do things like invest that into a Roth IRA, max it out, and that'll be tax-free money that you can get for just using credit cards the way you normally would at any point in time. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.